No, we're not doing a continuity channel. Let's start again.
Portrait photography simply goes beyond capturing someone's beauty or likeliness or how they pose. It's a bit deeper than that. It's about revealing their personality, their emotions, and the inner beauty, of course. Yeah. If you ask me, natural light is one of the most sure ways of bringing out these different aspects of connection between your picture and any person who is looking at it. It has a way of bringing this natural and flattering look to your subject, and that in turn helps whoever is watching your work to just connect with it. Today we are talking about natural portrait photography, and let's get straight into it and discover tips on how to make better portraits. In this very video, we are going to address some of the solutions to problems that you might face while starting out with your natural portrait photography session. And hopefully, we will have some solutions that are good work for myself and could also work for you. Point. Why am I doing that? Point number 1, finding the perfect lighting. I think the biggest hurdle most photographers face is finding the perfect lighting for their portraits. Here's one thing I need to tell you about natural lighting. It can be super unpredictable. Most often than not, you'll never get consistent natural light throughout. These different variations of the weather throughout the day could make it a bit challenging for you to achieve your desired results. I have also found myself in situations where I was sure that this is the location that I wanted to use, but with a bit of change of lighting, it totally changes the whole thing, and the result that you're going for is not really the desired result that you're getting right now, and that tends to really pull you back with your work. Yes, you might get some okay work, but not really the work that you really intended to get. Here's what you need to do: explore different locations at different times of the day. This will actually help you lock down on locations and how the lighting, how good or bad the lighting is on that place, and how well your lenses or camera could adapt to the amount of light that's available at that specific location. For this to work out, in my experience, I have always looked for places, first of all, have good diffused shade. I look for trees that have nice shading and place the model at angles where the light would actually hit the model, but still it would be soft enough just to bring out the structure and the subject's face. Point number 2 is choosing the time to shoot. I think you'll enjoy natural light photography better if you really are keen and discover what time works best for you as the photographer. Golden hour, in the most simplest term, is those beautiful moments, magical moments that happen just when the sun is rising up and when the sun is setting. I believe this is the time that beautifully enhances your subject, because that's the time when the light is softest and hence flattering to your subject. I need to know this like that. You need to establish a genuine connection with your subject. Point number 3. Let's discuss this for a bit. Let's discuss this for a bit. I don't know how to say it, but it sounds clear, it sounds obvious, but it could be not for most guys, but so I need to say it. Building a rapport between yourself and your subject is one sure way of ensuring that there's some sort of connection and synergy within the shoot, and this plays a very major role in bringing out that authentic touch to your final artwork. Making sure that your subject is comfortable in front of the camera is one way of making the shoot way easier. This can be particularly challenging if you're working with someone that you've never been, probably a client or someone else that it's the first time. There's usually that holding back that people normally have naturally, so it's not even about you being the photographer. It is important that you establish a connection, either via conversation, having music, or just randomly speaking about things. In essence, I'm saying get to know your model, get to know what they like, get to know their interests. Have time and give your attention to them. If you need for them to in turn be comfortable in front of the camera and give you what you really, really need. Be this attentive listener. Don't be the one who's always talking about things. When you're shooting, you could direct, you could do every other thing. But when you're changing, having makeup done, listen to the stories that they have. Listen to the things that make them excited. Listen to the ideas that they might have had in terms of posing and try them out. Have a conversation. Engage them in a human level even before you get to the subject and photographer level. Remember, the key thing here is to make them feel really comfortable. Make them feel like they're at their most comfortable place on earth. By fostering the genuine connection with your subject, it becomes way easier for you to handle the shoot and for the both of you just to bring out something that your audience will appreciate and in turn connect to. Embracing natural expressions and imperfections. I think this is a place where you allow your subject, model for this matter, to just express themselves. Allow them to be who they need to be in front of the camera. In as much as it's good to have these ideas, intact poses and whatnot, and how the model should flow, I think allowing them to express themselves brings out some form of genuineness. Imperfection, I've come to learn, creates the most candid and powerful connections that you could ever experience. Point number 5, composition. You need to have your composition based on natural elements if you're doing any outdoor natural light photo shoot. Incorporating the environment into your photographs can really impact your storytelling. This can in turn help have a stronger connection with your viewer. It's important to look for elements like trees, painted walls. Consider places that have foliage, nice texture, or even nice architecture that could complement the kind of looks that you're going for. This really helps to bring out some life and character and give different character to your images whenever you shoot at places that are a bit scenic, places that pretty much have character. This will pretty much help you in telling a compelling story of probably where you're at. It will give your audience more understanding of the environment that you're working with and the kind of mood that that place really has to bring out. This will pretty much add visual interest to your images. Who doesn't want images that people connect to and people are interested in looking at or even sharing on social media? Talking about social media, if you're finding this video interesting, kindly hit the subscribe button, share this with your friend, follow me on my social media platforms. Let me know what you think about this video, my previous video that I did. You know what I've learned? It is actually okay to be overwhelmed by the vastness of whatever you want to involve yourself and being beat up by the uncertainty of whether it will be received well or you will just be there feeling bad that you ever put work into it, that you ever put effort into it. And I've come to learn, even with photography, it only takes the first step to try out something, and results literally come in much later. The secret to getting started is focusing on different aspects of what you want to achieve in small bits and then culminating it to one final big thing. I also learned that it's really good to have goals, but it becomes even easier when you break them down into small manageable tasks. Breaking it into these small manageable tasks actually helps you in building the foundation and actually just finding structure for what it is that you want to finally achieve. Guys, we've covered all that, but please remember, the most important thing is starting. And remember, guys, in this case, starting slowly does not mean you're really compromising on your ambition or you're embracing mediocrity. Not at all. It simply means that you're simply allowing yourself the opportunity to learn and grow organically over time. The slow growth is always the best. You just need to arm yourself with determination and an open mind. All will be well. Much love. Start by immersing yourself deep into it. Embrace the challenges, embrace the lessons. In short, savor the process, enjoy it, own it, it's yours, live in it. I believe in the power of starting, but most important, I believe in you. Till next time, believer.